2005, and on promotion to commander took command of the Defence Maritime Logistics School. The Right Honourable Lord Robert Reid was born in Edinburgh and was educated at the Universities of Edinburgh and Oxford. He practised at the Scottish Bar between 1983 and 1998, becoming a QC in 1995 here at the National Maritime Museum in London. Miss Kristen Mensah has been a member of the US Diplomatic Corps since 2010. She is currently serving as a political officer at the US Embassy in London, covering a range of issues spanning from NATO to cybersecurity policy. Before coming to London, Miss Mensah served in the Bureau of European Affairs in the NATO office at the US Department of State in Washington, D.C., Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts. When she is not working, Kristen enjoys travelling, cooking and exploring. Miss Linda Fabiani, member of the Scottish Parliament, was educated in Glasgow, and much of her career has been in the housing association sector. In the late 1980s, she went to become development manager of Bute Housing Association and then director of East Kilbride Housing Association. Ms Fabiani was first elected to the Scottish Parliament in May 1999, led by First Deemster David Doyle, and this is his last appearance on the Hill. He will be leaving the position at the end of July and taking up a position in private practice. Different faces this year. There was an election for the Legislative Council earlier this year, and along with Jane Poole Wilson, who was re-elected, we have 4 new MLCs, all of which are ladies. Kate Lord Brennan, Tanya Auguste Hansen, Marlene Hendy and Kerry Sharp. Now in the black and gold gown is the Speaker of the House of Keys, Mr. Juan Watterson.
Coroner of Glenfaber Sheeding and in Lyda, fence the court. I do fence this court of Tynwald in the name of our most gracious Sovereign Lady the Queen. I charge that no person do quarrel, brawl, or make any disturbance, and that all persons do answer their names when called. I charge this audience to witness this court is fenced. I charge this audience to witness this court is fenced.
Oh well, go and get a drink of juice and we'll see you later, okay?
Incoming coroners. take the oath in ancient form to execute your offices for the ensuing year and receive your stays of office from the hands of His Excellency.
Now this is where the coroners for the 4 sheenings of the Isle of Man receive their staves of office for the ensuing year.
Question on the Council of Ministers in relation to deposits for casino concessions.
Slatus Tyn Gammon, Liasaka, feed he des Hochjag, to Kapur the Buka, Kid and Tyn.
Gambling, Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism Act 2018, which enhances regulatory oversight of the gambling sector's compliance with legislation relating to money laundering and the financing of terrorism.
Slatus Hiericus, Lietel Nierken Urged, as Ka Urged Detan as Army, feed he des Hochjag, to Giluina share of Oseris Ephilus, Akedu Hiericus, der Leichen Benten der Nierken Urged, as Ka Urged Detan as Argli.
Superintendent Trevelyan, it's over to you.
The Isle of Man established. The coroners. The Senior Salvation Army Officer. The Ministers of the Free Churches. The Dean of St Germans Cathedral. The Vicar General. The Chairman of the Town and Village Commissioners. The Mayor of Douglas. The Chief Registrar. The Captains of the Parishes. Mrs. Lord Brennan, Miss August Hanson. Mr. Callister, Dr. Allinson. Ms. Edge, Mr. Hooper. The Speaker of the House of Keys. The President of Tynwald. The Sword of State. His Excellency, the Lieutenant Governor. The Private Secretary to the Lieutenant Governor. The Surgeon to the Household.
It has to get royal assent, and then the master copy has to be brought here on July the 5th. Its title and summary are read out to you, the Manx people, so you know what's going on. It then has to be taken into the chapel, where there is a sitting of the court of Tynwald, during which a representative no one knew when the law had come into force. So the appointed day order for each of these new acts will be clearly stated. And yes, a well-deserved round of applause there for the band of Her Majesty's Royal Marines, Portsmouth. There's nothing quite so inspiring as a military band. Meanwhile, the members inside are preparing to sign these acts. Until the late 1980s, the Lieutenant Governor presided over all the sittings of Tynwald, and he would have been signing the acts today on behalf of the Legislative Council. Tynwald Day. As the court has reconvened in the chapel, the Governor sits outside the bar of the court as an invited guest, but not as a participant. It's the President who presides. Indeed, in the Tynwald Chamber at Douglas, the Governor is always welcome to attend the sittings as a guest, and a special chair is reserved for him in the Strangers' Gallery, should he wish to watch the proceedings. We heard the Deemsters reading the title and a short description of the acts earlier. It It's interesting to note in bygone days that the Deemsters were required to read out the entire act on Tynwald Day, and that was at a time when there was no public address system. The reason for the lengthy readings was because the keys had been sitting in private, and until the full act was read out here at Tynwald, the Manx people had little idea what they'd been up to behind closed doors. It was their first opportunity to hear about the new rules. You can just see the sort of state coming back into the chapel.
Ski.
And in a few moments, the captioning of this year's 14 acts will be undertaken.
You might need that.
I mentioned earlier that my colleague Bill Dale, who started the commentary today, is this year's in doing so. And looking at the list of past recipients, they certainly meet that criteria. Harvey Briggs, Edie Qualtrough, Deemster William Kane, Norman Sale, Hector Duff, Jeff Curran, Nadine Crowther, Brian Stoll, and Deemster Jack Corrin are the recipients so far since the award was started in 2007. And now Bill Dale, BEM, is to be added to this distinguished list. Bill was actually born here in St John's, and as a young boy sang in the choir in the church here, as well as the Family History Society, the Man in Quilters, Peel Heritage Foundation, the WI, and a whole lot more. In St John's Chapel, there's lots of music, starting at 1:15, Jamie Smith and Paul Rogers, and then followed by Ruth Kegan, the Isle of Man Wind Band, and the Regal Singers, and finally the House of Keys are also hearing about their next formal sitting. Pathway to Tynwald. They've all once again done a magnificent job. So the official part of the day is now concluding, and on behalf of myself, Charles Gard, and Bill Dale, I'd like to thank all of you who've travelled to St John's today to see this unique piece of Manx tradition. Enjoy the remainder of this very special day. Gurmayad as fast as I.